Imagine a satellite shaped like a giant disco ball, silently tumbling through space, reflecting sunlight in a slow, hypnotic dance. Or a top-secret military spacecraft so mysterious that even decades later, no one knows its true purpose. The history of space exploration isn't just about serious science and flawless engineering, it's also filled with bizarre, audacious, and downright strange satellites that push the boundaries of imagination. Some were bold experiments, others were Cold War secrets, and a few were so unusual that you have to wonder what were they thinking. One of the weirdest satellites ever launched was Project West 4, a 1960s US military experiment born out of Cold War paranoia. The fear was simple: if the Soviets cut undersea communication cables, America would lose vital global communications. The solution: turn space itself into a giant radio antenna. Scientists proposed launching 480 million tiny copper needles into orbit, forming a reflective ring around Earth. These needles would act like a mirror, bouncing radio signals from one ground station to another. In 1963, they actually did it, releasing a cloud of fine wires into space. And it worked, sort of. Signals were transmitted, but astronomers were furious. They warned that the needles could interfere with telescopes and create dangerous space debris. Over time, most of the needles fell out of orbit, but some clusters might still be up there today, a ghostly remnant of one of the strangest space experiments ever attempted. Then there's Vanguard 1, the oldest human-made object still in space. Launched in 1958, it was only the fourth satellite ever to reach orbit, but its real claim to fame is its longevity. It stopped working after just 6 years, yet because of its high orbit, it will likely remain in space for centuries, long outlasting every other satellite from its era. What makes it strange isn't its design, it's the fact that it's now just a silent, inert relic, a piece of space junk that has become an accidental time capsule of the early space age. If Vanguard 1 is a forgotten antique, then Lincoln Calibration Sphere 1 LCS-1 is the ultimate minimalist satellite. Launched in 1965, this was nothing more than a giant, hollow metal ball with no instruments, no electronics, no moving parts, just a perfectly polished sphere. Its sole purpose: to reflect radar signals so the US military could calibrate their tracking systems. Think of it as a cosmic mirror, floating in orbit, doing nothing but bouncing signals back to Earth. And it worked so well that more were launched. Some of these spheres are still up there today, drifting silently, their smooth surfaces catching sunlight like celestial disco balls. The Soviet Union had its own share of strange satellites, and none were more infamous than Polyus, a colossal spacecraft designed as a space-based laser weapon. Part of the USSR's secret Star Wars program, Polyus was a monster nearly 40 meters long and weighing 80 tons. It carried sensors to detect missile launches and even a powerful laser, and to blind enemy satellites. But what makes Polyus truly bizarre is how its mission ended. During its 1987 launch, a software error caused the rocket to spin the wrong way, and instead of reaching orbit, the giant spacecraft tumbled back into the atmosphere and crashed into the Pacific Ocean. One of the most heavily armed satellites ever built never even got the chance to fire its laser in anger. Then there's the Black Knight, a satellite wrapped in mystery and conspiracy. Some claim it's an alien artifact, orbiting Earth for thousands of years, before humans even dreamed of spaceflight. Others say it's a lost piece of early space debris, perhaps a thermal blanket from an old mission. The truth, it's probably just space junk, but the legend persists. For decades, amateur astronomers have reported strange signals and shadowy objects in orbit, fueling wild theories that NASA is hiding the truth. Whether it's an extraterrestrial probe or just a forgotten piece of metal, the Black Knight proves that sometimes the strangest thing about a satellite isn't its design, it's the stories we tell about it. Not all strange satellites were military projects or accidents, some were marvels of precision science. Take Gravity Probe B. Launched in 2000 to test Einstein's theory of relativity. Its mission was to measure how Earth's gravity warps spacetime itself. To do this, it carried the most perfect gyroscopes ever built, spheres so smooth that if they were scaled to the size of Earth, their surface imperfections would be no taller than 8 feet. For over a year, the satellite spun in orbit, its gyroscopes drifting with near-perfect stillness, confirming Einstein's predictions with astonishing accuracy. What's strange about it? Unlike flashy Mars rovers or deep space telescopes, Gravity Probe B did its job quietly, a masterpiece of engineering that most people have never heard of. From needle-filled communication experiments to failed space lasers, these satellites remind us that space exploration isn't always about flawless missions and grand discoveries. Sometimes, it's about wild ideas, spectacular failures, and experiments so strange they sound like science fiction. And who knows, right now, there could be another bizarre satellite orbiting Earth, waiting for its story to be told. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember some of the weirdest human creations are silently circling above us, remnants of our endless curiosity and occasional madness. And if you ever hear about a new satellite being launched, ask yourself, what's the strangest thing this one will do?
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.